I'm thanking you for coming, but he's going to cut me off, so I'm going to get right to it. I'm Lisa Shanahan. I also grew up in Norwalk. I went to area schools. And after I graduated from college and law school, I headed off to Chicago and worked at the law firm of Dermot and Emery for a number of years, until my first daughter was born. Moved over to the Northern Trust Company, then took a couple of years off to take care of my kids, and I went back to work as an Uber volunteer when I was still living in Chicago. I volunteered everywhere: civic organizations, charitable organizations, school committees, sports teams, the whole bit. And when it was time for our family to move back to our hometown, I then just relocated my volunteer from being in Chicago to being here in Connecticut. And since I've been in Norwalk, I volunteered at the Norwalk, the Shakespeare on the Sound, and Rowayton Library, the Rowayton Gardeners, but most recently I've been concentrating my time on the Norwalk Land Trust and the Norwalk Conservation Commission. And these have given me an insight into our city in a way that I really have enjoyed. Certainly one of the projects that we're doing for the Norwalk Land Trust is this major mapping. Peggy knows about it. It's a conservation mapping of the entire city of Norwalk. So I've gotten a chance to get to know Norwalk really neighborhood by neighborhood, street by street, almost house by house. And what I have to say about Norwalk is that I think that we live in a beautiful city. It's historic, and we have one of the most wonderful set of neighborhoods. Each neighborhood is so unique in its own characteristics, and I love that about Norwalk, and I'd like to see that continue. So I do think that we are living in a time of growth in Norwalk, but I think that that growth is welcome and exciting. There's certainly challenges that come with that growth, and some of those things I would address if I was a city council member by thinking about how to retain and attract young families to our city. And we want to attract them by having a great school system, which we've talked a lot about, and that'll help stabilize all of our property values. If we don't have young people coming into our city, we can't stabilize our values. It's also important to work with city employers to find out what skills they need, what jobs they're trying to bring to our city, and make sure that we have people who are supporting that with education. Open spaces is near and dear to my heart, as I've already indicated by my Norwalk Land Trust, being on the Norwalk Land Trust. And we need to have open spaces not only for recreation, but also for conservation. But finally, the most important job, I'm looking at him trying to get it open. The most important job is budgeting in a fiscally responsible way. We don't want our fees and taxes to rise unduly. We don't want to lose the young people we're trying to attract, or our old residents who have contributed so much to Norwalk. What we really want to do with our taxes is make sure that we're paying for needed infrastructure and for city services that are needed, but keeping it in a reasonable way. Thank you very much. I got it done.